Science Center. I'm director of that science center.
Wow.
But we're quite involved in the maker movement. We do not organize the Maker Faire in Trondheim, but we take part in the Maker Faire. And we do that because we believe in disseminating science through practical learning, lab and tool skills, use of technology, interactive engagement, and we achieve all that by participating at the Maker Faire. And we also have a makerspace at the Science Center. All the science centers in Norway, 10 of them, are developing makerspaces at the moment as a national project. So this is becoming important, and we're working on getting this into the curriculum in the schools. So schools come to the science centers and use the makerspace. So, so we really believe in this as a method to teach science as well. So it's very important for us. Just say a few words about our makerspace first, and then I'll say a little bit about Trondheim Maker Faire afterwards. Our makerspace is called Trigger. Trigger Oppfinnerverksted. You don't have to say that. It translates as makerspace. And we call it Trigger because we want this room, this space, to be a trigger. We want it to be a trigger for curiosity, for creativity, for learning, for engagement, for communities. So the word trigger kind of represents the idea, the motivation, the modus that we want to put people in when they're in this room. And we also organize a little festival ourselves in February, which is called the Trigger Festival, which is kind of 6 months before or after, depends on how you look at it, the Maker Faire in Trondheim. So you have the Maker Faire in August, and then we have our little festival in February. So that's kind of an in-house thing related to the makerspace. So the makerspace consists of 3 rooms, as you would find in many places. We have one room with, which is kind of the workshop for the wood and for the larger material, where you do the more kind of rough or bigger jobs. We have, yeah, you can see what it's all about. We have sponsors who have provided us with very, very good tools. And this is also very important for us, because when we invite schools and children and young ones to come and work at our place, we want them to use the best equipment available. We don't want to just give them cheap stuff because that's the only thing we could afford. We want to, we believe that inspiring kids, to inspire kids properly, you need proper tools. So that's very important. So, so we have a sponsor who has provided us with a lot of material, and we're very happy for that. Norwegian Science Centers also received a large gift from a Norwegian foundation, a bank foundation, which we used to buy a laser cutter, really good one. It's supposedly the best one in Trondheim, and I'll say a little bit about Trondheim afterwards, but Trondheim is a university town with a very big tech community, and the Science Center now has the best laser cutter in town, so that's a cool thing for us. Now it's also the workshop space for the printer rack on the end there, all the materials visible and available to inspire you. We have workshops for soldering, for electronics, for little bits, for talks and workshops, stuff like that. So we're kind of equipped to do all kinds of stuff. We had this little excursion. Not execution, excursion. that's very different. Excursion earlier today, and looked at a very nice makerspace, and we're maybe not at that level in terms of space yet, but I think some of our equipment is about the same level as some of that. So that was cool. Okay, so a few words about Trondheim. Trondheim is a small town. We're only 200,000 inhabitants. 25,000 of them are students, approximately. It's an historic town. We have the Nidaros Cathedral, which is very known in Norway. We have the NTNU, which is the university. It's the largest university in Norway now. and it has a technological profile. It's a technological and natural science university. A very vibrant student community, so very, very known for that. We have an international community because lots of people are traveling to the university to work there. We have people from Asia, Europe, America, all over. We're also very close to nature, so nature is accessible all the time. But most importantly for us, Trondheim brands itself as the tech capital of Norway, as the city where innovation happens and where the foremost scientists in Norway are working on pushing the boundaries on technology. So there are several communities for that. We have the Technoport festival, which has some very interesting international aspirations. We're home to a company called Atmel, AVR. When you work on your Arduino kits, some of the important components are designed in Trondheim. And also if you work on the microbit, you will find components designed in Trondheim by Nordic Semiconductor. So these are large global companies based in Trondheim. So, and we also have a very vibrant technology culture. A lot of startups, a lot of innovation going on, a lot of co-spacing works popping up all over the place. Maker spaces are popping up several places with a little different profile. And we also have investors coming to town and backing this up. So we have a very interesting scene in Trondheim at the moment, and this has happened over the last 3 or 4 years. And the Science Center is a part of that because we want to bring in the kids early to get them into the loop, so to speak, and to get them into the scene of the technology and the science and natural science and all that. Trondheim Maker Faire, I'll say a few words on their behalf, and I showed it in the film as well. So, Maker Faire in Trondheim will be held in the end of August this year, and that's the 3rd time. Every year the Maker Faire shows 80 to 100 unique projects, mainly local projects. And it's the world's most northern Maker Faire, so that's kind of exotic, I guess. The Maker Faire takes place in the city center, and the entrance is free, and that's quite important because that gives us a very diverse audience. When things are happening on Town Square, we get lots of people in who doesn't know it's Maker Faire. They're at the Town Square for some other reason. But then they meet the Maker Faire, and then they get into that, and then they stay for a couple of hours and get into contact with all these interesting things happening. So that's important. That's why we attract a lot of people. We had 10,000 visitors the last few years. That's a lot of people in a small town like Trondheim. So that's we at least think that's quite impressive. The Trondheim Makers is organizing the Maker Faire in Trondheim. It's a membership organization. So we, together with a lot of companies and the public government, are members that finance the Trondheim Makers, which again organize the Maker Faire. Just a little bit about the projects that are happening on my Facebook page. Let's see, is this working? You just have to connect the
sound. Okay.
Yeah, I just pressed the wrong button.
Great.
Yeah, excellent. And hopefully we have sound. Okay.
Yes, actually the sound from here. And okay. Yeah, I still remember beautiful sky.
Yeah, you've been there. Yeah. Okay, so design centers, when we are participating at the Maker Faire, we try to do a very diverse project, but we always try to do fast projects that can attract large audiences, so many people can get a feel for working in a makerspace, and they also can get a fast result. They participate in activities that actually leads to something that they can bring home, that's something that's tangible, a product. So we've been working on sponge bots, dissecting electronic toys, 3D doodling, pancake bots, draw bots, soldering electronic batches, stuff like that. Things you can do within 15 minutes, but you get something that looks good and is fun to bring back. So that's why this is important to us. So I think that was about it for me. Now we have traveled to Tokyo, so next time you have to travel to Trondheim. We will just have to say velkommen til Trondheim, which means welcome to Trondheim. And tusen takk. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.